Here we have a 2018 on a 68 registration, Irizar i6 Integral 51-seat executive coach. So we are up in Leyland in Lancashire at AVA coach, looking at this surprisingly clean, no I shouldn't say surprisingly clean, very clean 12.2 metre Irizar exec. The first thing I spotted when I looked at this, and it's just a pernickety thing, I've also spotted that little mark on the mirror, but that's down to something. Paintwork looks creamier than everything else, and I'll tell you why I think that is. These are painted in RAL 9003 white. I think this is RAL 9010 white, which is a bit creamier, where that's a bit like a what do they used to call it, Ford? Anyway, that's more of a sort of shiny white. That's a bit of duller, creamier white. That's the first thing I noticed. Beyond that, she's all good. We've got a power-operated Continental door. Alloy wheels fitted. Under the bonnet, Euro 6 DAF MX-11 engine. That's driven through a ZF Eco-Life fully automatic gearbox. Reverse cameras also fitted. Back down the near side. Again, she's all nice and clean. Power operated lockers, as you'd expect on pretty much anything built Spain and Portugal. I'm just having a nosy in here because I noticed an Hoover socket, but I've not seen the pipe. So we'll have a look at that and we'll advertise accordingly. Obviously we've got an Henry there, so I'm guessing maybe the pipe's not there. I'm also looking for an inverter because I've noticed some 240 volt sockets. But large luggage capacity, great Irizars for luggage. They never used to be. The first ones were horrible, but it's because they had the aircon in the locker. Obviously these don't, it's on the roof now. But great luggage on these i6s. And then as we jump on board, we need to get rid of that chirpy chirpy. Safe under the driver's seat. And we've got 51 reclining seats, fitted with 3-point seat belts and trimmed in this diamond stitch leather. Now it's not the diamond stitch leather that catches my eye, it's this lovely sort of turquoisey blue colour. In real life it looks a bit more sort of tealy than turquoisey, but through the lens it looks turquoisey. But I just think compared to your normal blues and your reds, it's different, but it looks smart. I really, really like that colour. That's already sold me. I'm buying this just because, you know, I want a 57-seater, but because I like the interior on this, I'll manage with 51. Joking apart, I used to make silly decisions like that. Joking apart, this is really smart. And the diamond stitch leather just, I don't know, it just makes it look a bit more classy. Do you know what this would look smart in with this interior? Like a graphite metallic. You know what I mean? But wired for CCTV. Trace to the seat backs. One thing I think lets it down, and I had this conversation with an operator yesterday, is where Irizar just leave this sort of plastic on the backs, and I think some sort of like thin maquette. Don't have to be like full on, because when you've got this, it tempts people to get a compass or something like that and start drawing like willies on back at seats, or you know, some rubbish putting the name on that. I think that lends itself to more vandalism than maquette would, or even some sort of any sort of soft trim. That's my biggest criticism. It's my only criticism pretty much, but it's my biggest one. We're fully carpeted. Under the carpet you've got wood effect laminate. We're wired for DVD with 2 fixed monitors. We're also fully air conditioned, HISPA cold system working perfectly. Centre sunken toilet unit with hot drinks facility on top. I really do think this is a tidy coach. What I think it'll benefit from, especially because that 9010 white's getting a bit creamy, is a repaint into a more corporate colour to go with the interior. Do you agree? It's only my opinion. Might matter to some, might not matter to others. The winner for a lot of people will be length, 12.2 metres. Dash is all in good order. As you can see, all the buttons are where they should be. Standard Irizar dash, with the majority of the switches over to the driver's right. We've got multifunction steering wheel. Mileage on this one, 360,000 kilometres, give or take. So she ain't done a lot, in fairness. We've got lane departure warning, automated emergency braking system and adaptive cruise control. We've got a fridge in the dashboard. Courier seat finishes the job. As I said, for me, having such nice seats, the only thing that lets it down is the backs of the seats. Other than that, I can't fault this as a vehicle. I think it's really smart and I love that blue. Anyway, to recap before we have the next torrential downpour, it is a 2018 on a 68 registration Irizar i6 Integral 51 seat executive coach.